Let's see what we've got going on. Do we have? Yes, we do. I changed the background a little bit because happy Pride. We do be queer in this household. Let me see. All right, so I'm stressed out to hell and back. So today is gonna be a little bit drunk. We'll see how drunk that makes us. And gonna be playing a little Skyrim because nothing says anti-stress like diving into dungeons to defeat massive enemies with nothing but a loincloth on, frankly. If my voice is a little rough, this is because I've been sick for the past week. Not the plague. Don't worry about the plague. Just, yeah, one thing leads to another. You get stressed, and then all of a sudden you can't talk. So, point being, I need to boot up Skyrim. Alrighty. And I also need to get my Twitch chat up. Where's my stream manager? There we go. One puzzle piece at a time. Probably gonna need more alcohol. Alright. So, got this underway. Need my Skyrim up. Let's see, is there a way to check on my stream on my phone? Yes, that's Stream Manager, but can I see what I'm doing? Where's... Yes, the college dungeon for naughty truants. We're doing the next part of the College of Winterhold questline, which means we're doing my least favorite part of the entire castle. The dungeons. I hate dungeons, which is funny to say since my favorite game is Skyrim, but no, seriously, I just hate dungeons. I have a terrible sense of direction, I get lost frequently, there's nothing but, undead beasties trying to claw out my eyeballs, so, not a fan. Not a fan. But luckily, we have truth, justice, and the gay agenda on our side, so we'll see if that makes a difference. Continue from last save game. To infinity and beyond. Yes, Jazargo. We're not worrying about him. So, inventory, how are we doing? Need to put more things in storage, probably. So, what do I not need? Store that. Store that. Store that. Store those. Store that. Definitely store those. Don't need them. Increases my magicka by 30 points. If I get into a pinch, sure. I'll come back to my potions. Store, 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 store. Ingredients, books, keys, miscellaneous. Where is all of that weight coming from? Is it the food? Might be all of these potions. Store, 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 store. I will just store everything that isn't immediately beneficial. Fortify health might help me. And store, store. I'll keep those. Alright, we're making a little bit of progress. Light armor, I'm keeping the skooma, and there we go. That lightens me up significantly. And how am I doing on gold? Gold, I'm doing great. And tab is the journal, right? Okay. So, good intentions. Find the Augur of Dunlane. I've been led to the Archmage's quarters by Ankana, who is insistent that I speak to someone claiming to be from the Psijic Order. Ah, don't worry about that. The monk named Quaranir has informed me that the Eye of Magnus is dangerous, and that to learn how to deal with it, I need to speak with the Augur of Dunlane within the college. I should ask my fellow members where to find him. Okay, let's go find a professor. Oh, hello.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
You're welcome. Have you ever heard of the Augur of Dunlane?
Well now, there's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose he's still down in the Midden, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello for me, won't you?
So this dude just lives in your basement, is what I understand. And nobody talks to him? Where's the Midden?
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
Uh-huh. Can you tell me more about this guy who lives in the university basement?
Well, I suppose he wouldn't mind. It was all before my time, you understand. I've heard the stories, the same as anyone else. He was a brilliant student, an accomplished wizard, delved into magic in a way none had seen before. But I think he became too focused on just how much power he could acquire. That's what led to the accident.
Oh? Accident. I'll come back to you.
If you have a moment, could you help me with something?
Absolutely not. So... I know I want to speak to the restoration teacher. Let's find her. She might actually be out and about. Not him.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement.
Not here. Not here. I mean, I suppose I could make some potions while I'm up. Do I have any creep cluster? I do not. I need to collect some. Restore Magicka, slow. Alright, none of that's going to help me at the moment. Who are you? Not who I want. No. Is there anything good back here? Alright. I need to find Colette. Don't know where to find her. I'm going to try the library. Never hurts. This is a very cool place, considering. Ooh. Oh, didn't mean to take that. Oh well. Alright.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
Oh, he's right there. Okay. Arcanium. Come on. Where is Miss Colette? Colette Marantz, I believe is her name. Oh, there you are.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You
Goodness knows
consider
I'd benefit.
restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in.
Mm-hmm. So you're treated badly because of your work.
Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean. But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it.
Considering the Civil War. Well, for some reason it won't let me ask her questions.
All right.
Well, no time to waste. I have eldritch horrors to locate in the basement. I hate this part of the job. Let's see. If I were an eldritch horror in the basement, where would I hide? Ah, right over here. Let's go. Auto-saving. Good, good. Ah, heck, my incense burned out. Yow. Let's see here. Ah. Ah. I've never really had a sense of smell. But it is summer, so the incense takes care of unwanted guests, and I'm very ADHD and twitchy. Boots, feet, not a good combination. Surprised no one came and killed me immediately. So, the midden dark. I guess we turn left. Or right. Yeah, it's not worth it attempting to explore the entirety of this because you will end up going through the entirety of it at one point or another. And all of it sucks. All of it is terrible, grueling, trying to kill you. That went better than I expected. But still. I loathe Draugr. So much. Okay. Empty wine bottles. Now that's the kind of party I'd be interested in. There we go. That's a bit of understanding. Okay. Gotta stay on track because I will get lost. Ah. Well, that doesn't look ominous at all. Alright, who's gonna come kill me? I'm not gonna question where the light is coming from. Just... to Skyrim? Okay, I'm just curious. Where does this come out? I will not be able to get back up here. Don't like any of that. Oh, I don't like that. I was trying not to happen upon this one, but okay. Missing students. Investigator's key. Well, I like keys. War axe, bone meal, ice wraith teeth, creep cluster. Always a good time. Some sort of Daedric hand. I think I can hear skeletons back there. The sheer volume of bones is incredibly unsettling. Alright, how am I doing? That's where I am. That's where I need to be. So a little bit north then. Okay. There's someone back there. I don't like that. Well, the general direction is south. So. Map. If I go directly to my left. Let me see. I should start getting somewhere. I have to go face the skeletons, don't I? Or maybe I can test what this Skyrim entrance has. A whole lot of nothing. And I can't get up there. So, since I didn't intend to come down here, let's try this again. I'm gonna go down the other entrance. Maybe I'll have better luck. I didn't mean to take that. Oh well. That's a lot of Hercene idols. I have seen multiple of those. Alright, the mid and dark. Always a good sign. Let's go directly across, actually. Looks like a good place to die. What do we have? Forward and then left. Oh. Easier than expected.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments.
Terrifying.
Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Terrifying. Thank you. Hi. So, you're the Augur of Dunlane.
I am that which you have been seeking.
Mm-hmm.
Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun.
What has?
Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek. What you seek.
That tends to happen. So, what is it I'm seeking exactly?
You seek that which all who wield magic seek. Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume.
Uh-huh.
You seek meaning, shelter, and knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
Well, I'm not gonna cry any tears over that. I'm not the first to come see you.
No, though you may be the last. The one who calls himself uncommon has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions.
Mm-hmm.
Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something.
It's the main character energy.
It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
Okay. So what do I need?
You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware.
Mm-hmm.
To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff.
Makes sense.
Now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center. So you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your archmage.
Yes, sir. Mix? Mix. I'll go with mix. You know, it really is a shame people don't come and visit you. Because, you know, you seem very serious, like you don't get many visitors, but I feel like you could use them. Anyway, I should probably shut your door. There you go. Okay. I made this slightly too complicated, but that's alright. Gotta go talk to the Archmage. That's the Underforge over there, I think. How do I get out of here? Looks like this is the only way forward. Ah. That's a lot of candles. Yeah, that's the Underforge. I will probably want to use that at some point. But, not tonight. Of course there's something in here that wants to kill me. Sounds like a skeleton. Whoa. Hate those, hate those, hate those, hate those. And they don't even have the courtesy to tell me where the teeth are. I killed you, where's your teeth? Well, that's alright. Okay, that works. There we go. Okay, now I need to track down the Archmage. Ah. Don't need either of them. Archmage.
I'm not sure what happened.
What?
A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves.
Yeah, they
I
do
hope
that.
we didn't offend him somehow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what do you want?
Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed.
I have important information for you.
Really? And what might that be?
We need to find the Staff of Magnus.
I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it.
Mm-hmm. It's connected to the orb.
And how do you know of this?
The guy in your basement.
Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the Staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this.
You mean me, don't you?
I certainly do. Since you went so far as to seek out the Augur for advice, I thought you'd be more enthusiastic.
Mm-hmm.
Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything?
If it's in
I'm quite pleased
Labyrinthian,
with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done.
I try.
This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Probably not. I can put that away.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some... are some experiments the college frowns.
Okay. Store. Store. Alright. Get your quest while I'm in
I
here.
still need some help, if you can spare the time.
What do you need help
We're
with?
all trying to become better mages, right? Well, I need someone I can practice a few spells on. Nothing dangerous, really. Would you be willing to assist me?
Okay. What do you have for me?
Well, I simply thought you might wish to help out one of your fellow mages.
That's
If
fair.
that's not enough, I suppose, I have this amulet you could take.
Can you practice on yourself?
No, not that kind of spell. Believe me when I say I wouldn't be asking if it weren't necessary.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
go.
good. I was afraid I'd have to go ask Jazargo. Now, you just stand there.
What do you
Just
have?
hold still, and don't move. There. Now I... Oh dear. That wasn't supposed to happen.
What did you do to me?
Do you feel all right? You look very, green. I am so very sorry. I went over this again and again, and I was sure it would have better results.
What did you
I'm
do?
not really sure. I think it's just a minor miscalculation on my part. I'm sure it will wear off soon. When it does, you'll be perfectly fine, and then we can try again. In the meantime, I'll see about figuring out what went wrong. I'd better get going.
So that's C, I believe. No, X. No, F. Oh, I don't look green. I'm pretty sure I would know if I looked green. Not even my eyes look green. I look fine. Okay. Up
Please
top.
don't bother the Archmage unless...
Of course, of course, of course. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to
If
you.
there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly.
What do you have about the Staff of Magnus?
Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
It may be connected to the Eye of Magnus.
The Eye of Magnus? I can appreciate that this thing, this orb, it's very impressive. Very unique and definitely worth studying. But let's not jump to any conclusions or assign it importance beyond what we're certain of.
That's fair. The augur referred to it as the Eye of Magnus, not me.
The Augur. Just what have you gotten yourself involved in?
A lot.
Whatever is going on, whatever you're up to, be very careful.
Sorry. So, the Staff of Magnus?
Well, it's said to be very powerful. Has the capacity to store an incredible amount of magical power, as the story goes. But it's more myth than anything at this point. I've no doubt that it actually exists, but no one has seen it in, what, decades? Longer? I'm not sure. The only time I've heard it mentioned was when those Synod characters showed up some months ago looking for it.
Who are the Synod?
Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power.
So no one knows the location.
No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Oh boy. What else can you tell me about it?
I'm not really sure. Made and used by Magnus himself, if you believe those sorts of things. I believe
You
I've
live
heard
in a
it said that
realm,
it's the
madam.
only thing that could adequately contain his power. The sort of embellishment wizards of ancient times loved to make.
You live in a realm, madam. You can't completely discount the possibility that gods might walk around waving magic staffs, but okay. Okay. I need to purchase spell ingredients.
Have you managed to track down the Synod or the staff of Magnus?
No. Let's see, I need potion ingredients. And I need to generate a massive amount of restore health potions. I don't know who sells those here, but there's one way to find out.
Restoration is a perfectly valid. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Or at least potions.
All right then.
There we go. Okie dokie. So, the ruins of Mzulft. Let me check my map. Because I'm pretty sure I've run into a couple of places. World map. Journal quests. Find the ruins of Mzulft. Alright. That means theoretically I could run all the way down to Windhelm, but I would probably end up needing to eat a lot of health potions on the way down. I'm just going to fast travel there. I'm going to try to minimize the amount of fast traveling that I do because I like the experience. But, I want to get to the good stuff.
There's no glory in war. They call me a war hero. I'm no
Got some
hero.
fresh baked bread and...
Just a soldier who
Sure
didn't want to
thing.
die.
It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I made my fortune as a seeker, but now I'm retired.
Mm-hmm.
Let
All
me
right.
know if there's anything else you need.
Of course, ma'am. If you're not gonna get out,
So what's the news on the street, Captain?
I mean, I don't need
The
multiple
dark
people
elves
in
are
here.
uneasy. There's a killer on the street.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there were 3.
And Viola and Giordano won't leave me alone.
All right, all right, all right. We've had our night.
Oh, very
Please
much.
leave.
Coming right up.
Let's see. Potion, 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 potion.
Some are saying the Sijic monks have been seen in Scotland.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. I'm so close to the answer.
What have you got for sale?
You're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Yes, sir. Potion. Minor healing. Magical stamina, pickpocketing. Not a lot of what I need, but acceptable. Food. I'll buy that. Okay. Where's the restore health stuff again? Restore health. Alright, what do we got? Ash hopper jelly, blister wart, blue dartwing, blue mountain flower, butterfly wing, charred skeever hide, daedra heart, eye of saber cat, felslad tern feathers, nope, imp stool, rock warbler egg, swamp fungal pod, and wheat. There's some wheat farms outside the city that I could use too. Okay. Potion. Fortify two-handed. I can sell that. Sell that. Sell that.
Hope to see you again soon.
Alright. So that's...
I don't appreciate loiterers, if that's what you're here to do.
Master, I have a question about infusions of arrowroot.
Damn it, child. Didn't I tell you to gather my
okay.
material properties?
Selling that.
Yes, and I'm working on it, but I'm also trying to...
When I ask you for something, I expect it to get done.
Yes, Master, I know. I just
Take
want
a
to
look.
work on my own projects as well. Yes.
What do you have for
So,
sale?
you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Sure am. potions, lingering damage magicka. Sell that. Okay.
Until next time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no glory in war. It's just something
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Yeah, there we go. Potions. Minor healing. Food? No.
Thank you for your custom.
Alright, now I just want to
They
talk to a
call
dark elf really quick.
Captain Lonely Gale, it's always...
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meal.
There's something I'd like to ask you.
A pleasure to see you as well, Naranja. What can I do?
What's over here?
I was wondering if you still had many associates in the shipping profession.
Uh-huh.
Is this position ready to say this?
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Campbell Hall. I own Hollyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work.
Exit this way, go out through there. Sadly,
All
let
my
me...
goods are legitimate. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Alright. I'm in search of potions. Health, vigor, frostbite, venom, resist fire, minor magicka, stamina, regeneration. Interesting fare. Nothing I can use. Hello?
You're not tiresome like the rest of the people I have the displeasure of dealing with on a regular basis. Here, I'd like you to have this. Let me know if you see anything you like.
You gave me a hat. Are you marriageable? Yeah, you gave me a hat.
I like to share my good fortune with those who deserve it. Do come again.
Good to
Have a look
know.
around. I buy and sell.
Hi, lady. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please?
Sure. What do you have?
Not much, but I hope you like them.
I'll buy your whole stock.
They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do?
I can't adopt a kid. I don't have a house.
Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
You're welcome, kid. You know... Huh. Because the concept of biological kids has always immensely bothered me. People say, oh, you need kids, oh, you need kids, you know, your clock is ticking, eventually you'll want kids. You know, what are you gonna name them? What would you do with them? Are you kidding me? I'd rather have them emerge fully formed from my forehead like Pallas Athena. Sounds more efficient anyway. Like, there's enough kids who need help, who are stuck in the god-awful system, that I think it'd just be better for everyone if we were more focused on adoption, instead of biologically generating more cannon fodder for the world. But, you know, I'm queer. Let's see here.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Oh, I was there. It was awful.
So what? I don't appreciate them like that.
Okay, well. There's a farm over there.
Looking higher above?
If you look
Not at the moment.
you'll find a finer vessel than the northern maiden.
The Sacalum is somewhere over here, too. Alright, where's your wheat? Hello.
Master Cruelty comes and works the field sometimes. I don't think the mistress likes it. Won't come out here to catch it.
Plenty of goats around here. Yeah, there's the Sacalum of Boethia up there. Maybe there's another farm up here. I don't know if there's more than one wheat farm. More than two, anyway. Looks like that's a maybe. So it is.
Welcome. Don't see many strangers out here. Come to get your hands dirty on the bar?
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, so I need to go south from here. So So, map. Pines Grove somewhere down here. The ruins of Mizulft, and through here's a whole lot of creep cluster and such in the marsh. So theoretically, if I just go south and hang that way, I should be fine. That's journal, save, new save. Alright. When I'm in Kynes Grove, there should be another alchemy lab. Doo-doo-doo. You know, it took me ages to figure out that these are jazzbay plants. There we go. Creep cluster for miles. That's what I need. That's jazzbay. Okay, so I need Mara tapanella, scaly foliota, and creep cluster. There's Kynes Grove. Do they have an alchemy lab in here? It might be in the mine, actually.
I hope you'll stay for a bit. We could certainly use the business.
What do you have?
Take a look.
Alright, not a lot I need. Do you have any, like, bounties, perhaps?
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your
It's
face.
not a bounty.
Make you look
Okay.
completely different. Do you believe that? Good day.
You too. Alright, I'm gonna go check out the mine.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meal.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Okay.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
Honestly, me too.
An outsider? No reason to stop in Kinesgrove. Keep moving. Safe travels.
Oh, great. Another wanderer. Slumming it on your way to Windhelm.
Man, I wish. Alright, so there's a whole lot of mining, not a whole lot of alchemy, which is unfortunate. I know they've got a shrine to Talos around here somewhere. Maybe it's this way. Well, now I really want to find it. I don't need malachite. Well, I guess I'd better get out of here then. I do want to find that shrine, though. Maybe it's not in this cave. And I think the dragon barrel was up here. Yep. This bastard. We'll get him. Well, let's tear off through the wilderness and see how many things we can mark off on the map. Well, if I'm gonna be doing that, save. This is a work camp.
Halt, Outlander! By the code of Malakath, this stronghold belongs to the orcs. Your kind are unwelcome.
Alright. I'm just a traveler. What is this place?
This is our stronghold. Here, we are free to live as Malakath intended, away from the prying eyes of the Nords. You're not an orc or bloodkin, so stay out. We only help our own.
Sounds lonely.
Stay out.
Whatever you say. It's on my map, though. And they've got a mine up here. Alright, progress. Well, that doesn't look safe. Saber cat killing. Alright. Novice conjurer. I'll take that, it's worth money. Candles, skulls, crystals, the works. Alright, we're closer to Mizulft though. That's an Imperial camp, it looks like. Here we are. I forget if this is the one that has the storeroom outside. They're really interesting and excellent fodder for my archaeology brain. However, that does not dispel the fact that dwarven ruins are a pain to get through. Just a colossal pain. I'm glad normal ancient ruins don't have puzzle traps. Ah, yes! They do have the storeroom. What do you have in here? there's going to be so much scrap metal, so I don't need to worry about that. Ingots, gears, plates, scrap. I'll take some of these. Kinnereth, not bad. Oh, it's that quest. Remember, cog, knife, plate, cup, cog. Ethereum shard. Battle axe of shocks. I'll take it. I might have to drop it. Scrap metal, ingots. Alright. Not much that I genuinely needed, but a good little romp. I heard the noises of skeletons. Oh boy.
Crystal. Gone.
Sounds bad.
Paratus. Inoculary.
Alright. What do you have? This is a dwarven ruin, so I will have to do some reading. Attendant Gavros, the Council has become aware of the lack of progress in your group's efforts. They are particularly displeased to learn that your specifications for the focusing crystal were completely incorrect. The entire Binders Conclave has worked tirelessly, and the Council is quite sure this new crystal will suit your needs. You are herewith entrusted with delivering the crystal to the site, completing your work, and delivering a full report to the Council with all possible haste. The Council trusts you will deliver the crystal to the oculary personally, and that there will be no further complications. First Adjunct Orenrel. Alright. What's the internal map look like? Terrifying. Oh yeah. That's entirely too uncomfortable. Well. How do I want to do this? I need to get more to drink. I'm about out. I'm out. And I need to do my language lessons. So I will probably sign off for now, take care of some stuff, see what my friends are doing, and then come back and we will take care of the horrors of this dungeon. So, save. Quit. Desktop. So, with that, friends, Romans, countrymen, I leave you with your thoughts. And furthermore, Carthage must be destroyed.